Greetings everyone, a very warm welcome to you. My name is Nick and we're on the ZXspectrum playing a game called CISCO HEAT. It's published by Imageworks in 1991 and it's an arcade port. The original arcade game was by Jaleco in 1990, so a year before this release. Game also came out on the Commodore Amiga, which I have reviewed. It wasn't the best game in the world there, but I did kind of like it. And also came out on the Amstrad CPC, the Atari ST and the Commodore 64. Now basically you must race across San Francisco. You're a policeman. Here I am. Only the best policeman can compete in this, so here we go. Now, if you sign the horn, you can get the drivers to go out the way. Cool, this is a bit weird. Right, okay. Now, you see my speed there in the right. The gears are automatic, I believe, and the time is ticking down in the left. The frame rate isn't... Cool, it's a strange change of colours. The frame rate isn't the best. I don't like that car being red. It's doing something crazy with my retinas, but we'll see how we get it on. So it's the annual police race, and we must go over 5 stages across the whole of San Francisco as we go into Presidio. Well, that's a good effect. Well, it is a good effect there. Now, you see there's a bit of beeping in the background. That's music. You can turn that off. For some reason, I can't get the horn to work. You hit the space bar. The cars are supposed to get out of the way. But, yeah. Braking around the corners is a little bit awkward. Yeah, I'm not liking this. Anyway, as a kid, though, it is a racing game. As a kid, I probably would have persevered with it quite a bit because it's, well, it's easy to understand. Seem to have quite a lot of time to do each stage. 106 seconds left. So if I don't get very far, I will put a cheat in it for infinite time or something. Now, every now and again, I think there's going to be a crossroads. There's one of them. Sometimes there might be a sign there saying go left or go right. We must slow down enough to take a really tight corner. Then we go into a different road. There's one. I've made it. Did I make that? As we turn onto Bay Street. If you had this game back in the day, let me know. Frame rate is disastrous, but it does have a bit of undulation like you do have in San Francisco. Music is okay as well. Do not like the colour whatsoever of the red car. That could blue would have been better, wouldn't it? Or maybe black. I don't know. They've gone for something different, and you've got a rather see-through car here. Here come the police. They're coming in mess effect. So you know, it's a racing game. It's fairly easy to understand. Stress-wise, you can burn a few times. I got it back in the day as a kid. I wouldn't have been disappointed. It was going to quite a bit of play, despite not being the best thing. If you try and compare it with Workman's Rally, it's not as smooth as that at all. But it's unique in its own way. I've never played the arcade game. Do check out the review of the Commodore Amiga one, which I reviewed quite some years ago. I think I got obsessed with the drumming. Anyway, it was like more drums there. We usually turn onto Hyde Street a bit late and have a massive crash. Are these buildings by the side on the right? I do not know. They might be solar panels, but if they do, it's a bit well, forward thinking. We're in 4th place. There's a bus there and we've crashed into the bus. Crashing is too... Oh, what happened there? Right, we've restarted again. I don't know what happened there. We're at the Golden Gate Bridge. It didn't go back to the title page. It just restarted again. Now, you see how much the screen it's using? Not much, because you see there's a massive border around the outside. All that stuff at the bottom, I don't know what that is. And then you've got the score at the top. It could have been bigger, but I suppose they've done that to try and improve the frame rate of the game. But it's not using much of the screen whatsoever, to be fair. Right, come on, car. Keep going. Let's keep my foot down. Hopefully we can do this thing. But yes, I'm a little bit bored already. But the scenery is a bit same all around the sides, but that's fine. Many retro games, if not all of them, did that, repeated the same graphics. If I run out of time again, I will put the cheat on just so we can see a few stages to see if it changes. I think all that's going to change really is the road maybe changing colour a little bit. Yeah. If you're going to San Francisco, make sure you wear a flower in your hair, was the way that song went. I don't know. You might not have heard of that. Who's by that by? If you're going to San Francisco, make sure you wear a flower in your hair. Or don't. People might look at you a bit unusual, think, who's that twit going around there? I think it was the place of free love back in the 70s. I have been to San Francisco, believe it or not, when I was about, well, I think it must have been about 14. Parents took me on a holiday there, so, you know, grateful for that. The Golden Gate Bridge. Good. Right, oh, no. Take me to the bridge, James Brown said, but I'm not sure if it was the Golden Gate Bridge he was referring to. but he went there hopping on his good foot. I think that's what I've decoded from the song. On a good foot. Well, what's the time? We've got 40 seconds left as I drift off into, well, nonsense speak again. If you're liking the channel, if it's the first video you watched, you might have watched a few, and you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. And if you want to be alerted when the videos go up, because they go up quite regularly, hit the notification bell. Hooray! And I think it sends you an email. What we tend to have the most fun on the channel is the live streams. If you haven't seen any of those, please drop by. I'd be glad to see you. And then it's more spontaneous nonsense chat on that one. And the channel keeps going due to, sponsorship from the members. Oh man, let's put a cheat in. Due to sponsorship from the members, click on the join button and see what that's all about. Doesn't commit you straight away. Right, I'm trying to put in a poke here. Let's get some infinite time on the streets. Yes, right, so time 174. It's not ticking down. Let's do this thing. Let's be the quickest San Francisco driver around the town. Right, start your engines and microwaves on pot noodles and everything. Your kettles. Presidio. Where's that? If you're from Presidio, then comment below as we try and go through all these see-through cars like we just don't care. Come on, car. Step on it, big nose. That's what you should always say in a racing game, as well as boof. Boof. Right, anyway. What is that horizon in the background? Does it look like San Francisco? I'm not sure. I can't see anyone with a flower in their hair. I'm trying to think of some other San Francisco songs, but I can't think of any. There must be absolutely loads. Right, 100 miles an hour this is, round the corner. We're in 6th place. Let me know if you see any other police cars. I don't think they're in red either. But that's, all said and done, that's a pretty good animation when the car flips over. I mean, that takes quite a bit of doing to do that on the Spectrum. So let's give that credit where it's due. That's quite good. Back onto Bay Street. Right. Yeah, I'm not having much luck with the horn. It says here if you hit spacebar, cars are supposed to get out of the way. But at this frame rate, I don't think you're really going to notice a great deal. Bit luck on the crossroads if you get a bus or something like that. You could slow down to try and let traffic pass, but I don't think that's going to do you much good. Getting a bit of air there over the bends. Yes. I think my favourite game that had San Francisco in as a course was the original Driver on the PlayStation 1. Which reviewed copy that many moons ago, that one. Yeah, it's got some great undulation on that one. Right, come on, car. Come on. Right, away we go. Go, go, go. The San Francisco 49ers, that's the American football team from San Francisco. I presume they've got a baseball team as well. And, what other teams could they have? And a basketball team. What are they called? That's a bit of trivia for you. What's the San Francisco basketball team called? They might have more than one. And what's their baseball team called? I only know the American football, the 49ers, which are pretty good. They won a few Super Bowls, although I don't think there's been any very recently. Oh, get that bus out of the way, nincompoopin'. Oh, goodness gracious, great balls of San Francisco-ness. Right. Oh, look, I'm just crashing too many times now. The game's pretty annoying, to be fair. Let's get on the right. Oh, it's gone light blue as we turn down Fisherman's Wharf. This is the furthest we've got so far. I mean, all the streets are the same, essentially, aren't they? I think the horizon changes as we do that change of direction. That's it, we've done it. Stage 1, well done. Stage completed. Well done us, as it all goes cyan. Right, okay. Oh, hello in a minute. Look, I've messed up now, because I've got a cheat with time. It's adding the bonus score, but normally the time should be ticking down as well. I think I'll have to turn that off and do a bit of an edit, just so we can get to stage 2. Yes. Right, okay, so I've turned that off. We load in the next bit. Press space bar. I might have to edit again. Oh, the power of editing. It takes a while. It's not just watch and film it. But here we go again. It's in yellow. We're in the desert. No, we're not. We're in some other place in San Francisco. 7th place. 6th place. Yeah, it's a bit hard to determine the normal traffic from the police cars. Maybe it's all police cars. We're in 4th place. Go. Come on, Officer Dibble. Let's get out of here. What's going on here? My eyes got very confused then. Oh, bashed into that person's house. Sorry there, my car is bigger than the house. If I owned one of those houses, I'd probably sleep in the car outside. I think occasionally, I thought we was bumping into buses. I think it's the tram system we keep bumping into. heavy left, and it's all gone green. You know that feeling when it all goes green? As Kermit the Frog said, it's not easy being green, but he was a frog. I don't know what other colours were available. I mean, it's no harder than being any other colour, is it? Bloke's an nincompoop. Anyway, if you're watching Kermit the Frog, then comment below. It's time to start the music. It's time to light the lights. It's time to get me started in San Francisco tonight. Boom! Way, air. Right, hang on a minute. Take a right. Oh dear, I crashed into that thing. I didn't slow down enough to hit the right. I think we have to do that bit again. And we turn down another famous road in old San Fran. Russian Hill. Don't know that. I don't know if I've ever been down there. Yeah, so a few stages to do here. The time normally ticks down, so it's going to test you a bit. It's better than Outrun, but not by a great deal. It gives you the flavour of the arcade game, but it's, well, it's got some good bits. I would have settled with it, but hasn't aged particularly well, has it? Really, it's okay. It's like middle of the road type stuff, but it's not gonna impress too many people nowadays who haven't got the nostalgia. But if you've got the nostalgia for it, then yippity doo dah, all bets are off. Right? Okay, but you know, the Spectrum is drawing a lot here, isn't it? It's drawing a lot. Well done to it. Sharp right. Oh goodness gracious, great balls of something or other. Checkpoint. Checkpoint. Extra time awarded. Extra time awarded. Right, through this mob. We're in 4th place. That's not bad. Oh, look at that. I didn't slow down quick enough for the corners. That's always my trouble. Oh. Why did they park that on the crossroads? I think that's the person who should be fined. He should be fined, I don't know, let's make it sensible, £1 billion, trillion, zillion pounds. He can pay back at £1 a decade though. I don't know how long he's going to have to live to pay off that debt, but he deserves it. If this car caught fire, you wouldn't notice because it's bright red. And see-through. Did I mention it was see-through? Yeah, see-through. Oh, we bumped into the tram system again. Yeah. Right, okay. If you've completed this game, let me know what happens at the end. I'd imagine it might give you a screen of something or other. Oh, to have a whole warehouse of arcade racing games. Oh, games in general. That'd be absolutely excellent to have your own gallery. Right, we go. Well done. Stage completed. It does the sort of like music again. Well, I don't think we need to do any other stages because you've pretty much seen how the whole game sort of like plays. It's an okay game. If you like racers, it's okay for you. I like bits of it, but as an overall game, it's not particularly great. But I was settled with it back in the day as a kid. So hope you like having a look at that. That was CISCO HEAT, published by ImageWorks in 1991, based on the arcade cabinet from Jaleco in 1990. Got any comments about this game, similar games, or anything retro? Then please put that below. You're always more than welcome. Until next time, with a flower in your hair, take great care of yourself and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.